Well, before we officially get started, if you guys don't care, I think there's some people that want to say a few words and say thank you. The Florida trip was unbelievable, and I know it's hard for us to say the words and anybody to really understand it, but I thought we've got some people here that can maybe tell you what it was like and just say what you got to say. I don't know.
Yeah, we are very, very thankful. We met other educators from all over the United States. One thing that sticks in my mind was just sitting there one night, I met a principal and vice principal from Louisiana, and they were mind blown. And that's exactly how I was. I was mind blown. I'm motivated for the next school year. I'm ready to try new things. Even though they're scary, some things are scary. I've talked to Mrs. Anderson about something already, and now I'm already getting scared, but I'm going to try it because our kids deserve it. Two things that really stick in my mind. One of the sessions was called, "Would you want to be a student in your own classroom?" I can't quit asking myself that question when we have our students set all day. So that's one of the things I'm going to focus on this year is making sure I would want to be a student in my own classroom. I'm going to have one other thing. There's two things that we attended. Well, I can't think of the other things. Yeah, I may remember later. But it was a great experience, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting us.
Glad you had a good time. Good.
I just want to say what LaDonna did as far as thank you. And for all of us to go together and to catch the vision together was huge. I mean, Mrs. Anderson, you all could have sent 3 or 4 of us, and it would have been exciting for the 3 or 4 that went, but to bring it home and trying to carry it over to everybody else would have been difficult. So everybody there, seeing the vision, going to the different conferences, talking at night, and it wasn't like, you know, oh good, the conference is over, let's just relax. I mean, the conversation continued. I mean, even my roommate and I, like at 1 in the morning, we're still talking about different ideas and things, and it was just really neat. And I have to say it was impressive the first night when we wore our t-shirts and we walked in and we had this huge group and people were just like, oh my goodness, look at this crew. And it was phenomenal. And it really does, I mean, as a teacher, we're kind of like type A personalities by trade. And this conference really helped us see that we've got to step outside what we feel is comfortable and really attend to what the kids need. And after we got home, I was on Twitter and I saw this quote, and it said, when a flower doesn't bloom, you don't change the flower, you change the environment it's in. And that really hit me. You know, for every student, you've got to adapt to what they need. So, and that's what this conference is all about. I can't thank you enough. It was fantastic. It was a great team building and just wonderful. So thank you guys very much.
Okay, one of the things we did is before we went, we set up goals. And we had 5. Here I go. Well, talk to this.
That was a good vibe.
We set up goals and we divided up in teams, and very soon we're going to ask you guys to join us and try to make some of our goals come true. So. I think that was really important, is that what we did before, the work we did before, we didn't really realize what that would mean until after the conference. And we had 6 goals that we set out. And then I can't say enough about our language arts department, because they had already kind of bonded together before we went and kind of had themselves all set up to, hey, here's what we want to do to go forward. And then this conference just came and really gave them a boost that they needed. So what I did with our language arts department was I made each of them a team leader. And so each of them took one of the goals that we had set. And so they have a team that's set with that goal. And then we will do team building things in service. We will figure out together how to make every one of those 6 goals come true in small group settings, and then we'll bring it together and make sure that we're going forward for all the kids. There's several, you've got thank you notes here from lots of teachers. I think that, like I said before, it's really hard to put into words what this does for us and what it does for our kids at the end of the day. So thank you guys so much for believing in what we came to you with and sending us. We appreciate it a lot.
Well, I think it's important too that to have a board that supports its teachers and their efforts to support the kids. I mean, without help from you guys, it wouldn't be much. So, we know we got a great staff and we're lucky to have everybody that's involved, and we'd say thank you back to you guys. So
Yeah,
we're
so
just,
thank you for everybody going. Everybody.
Yeah.
I was shocked that we had such a great turnout. I wasn't sure if everybody would take the opportunity, and to see that many people take it, it felt good that people cared. And
Well, it's unbelievable how two buildings can be so different, so it kind of forced
yeah,
us to
that's good. I'm really happy you guys had a great time.
We were Cherokee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it's one of the only conferences that at 2 o'clock I'm not, or by 11 o'clock I'm not thinking, how can I go shopping?
Yeah.
How does that happen for me? But no, like they said, at 3 o'clock you're still going, you know what, I could get another session in, because it is just unbelievable, what it's just unbelievable, and I think we would all say, yes, we'd go again. Next year's in Nashville. So, but thank you again, guys, and hopefully if we ever do anything like this again, then we want you guys to go with us, because you are definitely part of our team.
Is there one maybe in September?
Yeah, is there a different time?
Yeah, right. Actually, there's one in October. Maybe.
I'd be
The
good.
Halloween party maybe.
But it was good. It was really good. And thank you guys for coming to share.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause we just,
I'm glad you guys had a good time.
yeah,
It's inspirational.
it is.
Pass some of these notes around before we get started.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
the
coming in.
carpet.
No.
It looks good.
It does look good.
All right. Well, it's 7:07. I guess we can go ahead and start the meeting. If Judy, you'd like to take a roll. And number 2, approval of the consent agenda. All the following items which concern reports and items of a routine nature normally approved at board meetings will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. The consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and the approval of the following A through O. And is there any discussion on A through O?
I kind of wanted to just let you know that the house purchases are complete. We are the owners of 3 houses that we'll figure out, what we want to do with. And that's part of the consent agenda, is paying those payments. In there you can see your summary of financial activities. We are coming in at ending monthly balance on 6/30 of $3 million. I'm getting that.
Say, whoa, better have
Yeah,
a zero.
It's gonna get pretty tight. This is 3.9, at 3.6. I really think that the number I gave you was 3.4 was more accurate, because we had some things that we still needed to pay. And, but even at that, last year was right at the 3.5. And even if we hadn't purchased the houses, we would have been right at where we were last year. And if you think about all the things that we've had to do this year, spending that's not normal, we spent, an enormous amount of money on equipping that facility, and the hurdles and all the things that go with that, and the timing system and things like that. And if anybody needs that piece of paper that we're talking about, it's not in your book, just let us know and we'll get it to you. But we overall, between our general and our building and our child nutrition, we have a larger fund balance than we did at this time last year, because our child nutrition is up from about 35 and it's at about 74. building is up from about 149 to what it is now. So we have been blessed, first of all, to have been able to pay all of the things that we've paid and still come in. We're still over what the State Department is going to allow us, so what they're going to do is, they've got a formula, and I did it at one time so I could figure out what they were doing. But basically, in order for us to not send any money back to the State Department, we would have to be at about $2.2 million. I'd rather have our $1 million and they can have their $85,000 than worry about it, because that's what they're gonna do, is deduct $85,000 about from our,
When do they pull that?
monthly.
Okay, it's a monthly bill.
Yeah,
Not one
so,
chunk.
so I think we were bringing in about $22,000 a month from what we're talking about from the state. We'd probably bring in about $11,000. Basically, we're not gonna get any state aid. We're about at the point where we're gonna go off state aid. So, I feel more secure with the funding that we have than I do the state funding, so.
Especially with the shape they're in.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal. So really, really good financial year for us. And even with sending our teachers to a conference in Florida, even with bought textbooks for just about every, I haven't seen science come through yet, but we're gonna make sure we have science. We have social studies, language arts, and math taken care of.
Surely be here before the school starts, right?
Yeah, most of them are here. Yeah, we've been seeing them come through just this last
There's
week or so.
training.
It's got a few stragglers left, and I'll be.
No, I'll be
Okay.
here. So, you know, there's not, the teachers have been told, if you need something in your classroom, let me know. Just like LaDonna was saying, she came to me with some ideas that are scaring her, but they're great ideas that are going to work for kids. And what her ideas are about is how a child actually physically sits in her classroom. She wants some balls that they sit on, and she wants some lower tables and some where they can sit on their knees. You know, when you see your kids at home coloring or doing whatever, they're not sitting in a chair, they're sitting on their knees or bending over a little table. So she's wanting to change the environment in her classroom to meet what the needs are of a little child. So I've told them all that, you know, bring it to me, let's talk about it, and then we'll go from there. But it's good stuff.
Yeah. I would say letter A, it was June 16th, not the 13th. so.
Okay, if you'll make a correction on it for me.
Any other discussion, A through O?
Unless you have a question about any of the expenditures or any of the things that we've done, I'm happy to.
No other discussions, do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Jeff's made the motion, TJ second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes?
Allison.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Feller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Moving on, number 4. Where'd number 3 go?
Oh, well,
That's
it is.
history.
By the
That's the new 3.
wayside.
Okay.
4 is the
I'm
new
so
3.
sorry.
All right,
That's my
anyway,
fault.
skipping 3, moving on to 4. Vote to approve or not to approve the milk bid for the 16-17.
We have one bid, and it's from Highland Dairy Foods. Judy said that basically, usually that's the only one that we ever get.
Yeah.
So, they've got, several prices for chocolate milk, white milk, strawberry, vanilla skim, orange juice, apple juice, cottage cheese. They're not unreasonable.
We buy vanilla.
We do, skim.
Alrighty then.
We buy what Michelle Obama tells us to buy, mister.
All right.
Not for long.
Not for long, I like that. We hope.
Be Hillary's choice. Bill.
Price is about the same, I
Yes,
guess?
yes, looking at, they're very within reason of what other bids I've seen,
Okay.
so.
Do I have a motion to approve the milk bid?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
TJ made the motion, Amber second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes?
Allison.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Feller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Number 5, board to consider and take action on a motion approving the renewal of the sublease agreement for the fiscal year ending June 30th of 2017, as required under the provisions of the sublease agreement dated August 1st, 2014, between the district and Alfalfa County Educational Facilities Authorities.
That's just yearly, we have to do it for the bond issue, you know, it's bonded through the Alfalfa County, and so it's housekeeping yearly.
Motion to approve.
Amber's made a motion to approve.
Second.
Jeff second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Number 6, vote to approve or not to approve the contract with Hedges Regional Speech and Hearing for the 16-17 school year.
They're coming out of Enid, and I believe it's Enid, and we were excited to get 3 days speech services. Excited, very
They're
excited.
coming out of where, I'm sorry?
I believe they're coming out of Enid.
Okay.
I wanted to say Woodward, but I don't know that I'm right.
Any questions on that?
Motion to approve.
Jeff's made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Amber's second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Number 7, vote to approve or not approve the contract with Canopla for the 16-17 school year.
I really recommend that. Darren comes in 1 day a week and is really kind of coming out of his shell, and he and Amanda are really doing some good things with our infrastructure for the future, and
Cool.
yeah, I like them.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Tony made the motion. TJ second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Number 8, vote to approve or not approve the contract with LifeWorks Therapy Solutions Incorporated for the OTPT.
Janet Hickman was really good to us this year. She kind of squeezed us in when we needed the help, and I knew that she was temporary, and so we've gone with this therapy company for occupational and physical therapy.
Questions? Do I have a motion?
Where they out of?
TJ made it.
They are also out of Enid. I'm so sorry. I took the contract back there because I'd already signed them and wanted to make sure they got filed. But the contract is actually in here. We can look at that.
Oh, that's okay, I just.
Let's see. It's kind of low. Hedges is out of Enid, yep.
Okay.
And that's for speech, was out of Enid. And the last one, she's out of Woodward.
Woodward.
She's out of Woodward, yeah. So she's gonna come do OTPT for us.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
I made a
TJ made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Tony second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Number 9, discussion and vote to amend the support salary schedule.
If you'll look in your packet and look at that schedule with me, the principals came to me with some really valid points on this salary schedule that we have. What happens is that we pay our paras an astronomical more of an amount than we do anybody else.
Where's that schedule at?
I was in there, I just missed it.
It's in the very.
Looks like this, got
Okay,
the
got
lines
it.
in it. Okay, and so what happens is if we get a good employee that is in our janitorial side or in the kitchen side, then they realize that being a para is much more lucrative, and so they want to move into those positions, and then we're always having to try to fill a kitchen or a janitorial position. And so what I asked the principals to do, I said, "Well, let's come together and you guys give me some ideas about what you'd like to do, because we have so many different schedules for everybody." So their suggestion, and I agreed with it, was to put all of our custodial, everybody on the para schedule, and it's only if you are a special ed para, then it's a little bit more, but everybody would be equal. We don't have that many employees, and it's not that big of a difference. It's going to mean a little bit of a raise for everybody but the paras this year, but it also will create less.
Close the revolving door.
Yes,
Around.
right. And you know, when you think about the jobs, everybody's job is very difficult, but you know, janitorial staff works really hard.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't blame them. I'd want to go onto the para schedule also. So, this simplifies it, it kind of puts everybody at an equal standing, and, it's, like I said, I think that, when we sat down at the table, it's probably a $10,000 difference for us. We'll be paying about $10,000 more.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Amber's made a motion.
Second.
Jeff second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison.
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Heller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
All right, those people are gonna be so excited. Say yes, hooray.
Number 10, discussion and action to convene an executive session to have confidential communications with the board's attorney by telephone concerning a pending matter claim upon the advice of the board's attorney that disclosure would seriously impair the ability of the board to address the pending matter. Claim 25 OS Section 307B4. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Motion.
Second.
Amber's made the motion. TJ second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison.
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Heller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
All right, acknowledgement of the board's return to open session.
Motion to return.
Amber's made the motion. I'll second.
Littlefield,
Yes.
Allison.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Heller,
Yes.
Willhite.
Yes.
Time.
8:37.
During executive session, we just had confidential communications with the board's attorney by telephone concerning a pending matter or claim upon the advice of board's attorney.
Thank you. Number 14, principal's report.
Jeremy is, summer, I think he's probably farming right now, but, so Ruth is here, so.
We've got enrolled packets ready to be mailed out this week. For a month from today, first day of school.
A month from today.
My 3-year-old program's already full with waiting list.
Really? 20?
I've got 20 on the waiting
He's on the
list.
waiting list.
We can't squeak one more in.
You've got it full and then you've got a
It's
waiting
full, and
list.
then cause we just said we're
Just for
gonna do 10 in the morning, 10 in the
Right.
afternoon. So start waiting lists. And then 4 for sure, do other students that are done.
Are they all guaranteed to be potty
Just
trained? Just wondering.
Didn't always happen. Got our test scores back. Broke.
Your sign's up and running?
Signs up.
You like it?
I like it.
Yeah, cool.
It's got 4 buttons on it. That's all I know. I mean,
Oh,
this
that's
is
good.
on there. I didn't even know.
It's like,
Is the
ta-da.
chalkboard done?
What is it on?
Had
Mhm.
been done.
Colby Arnold, donating his time to take that old one away and he's got our hole for the new one.
That was nice.
Ronnie Eckert.
Yeah, that was nice.
Sweet.
Getting new playground equipment.
New playground equipment. Getting it together for the new thing, because I'm gonna pay for the guy that takes this old stuff that Head Start had and move over there for the little kids.
Sweet.
So that'll be installed, it'll be after school starts.
Where's the new playground equipment?
We're gonna be able to use the sand we already have.
Okay.
We don't have to make it in there. And step it off. He came out, the playground guy came out. Make it work.
I know.
You won't know numbers until everybody's already filled out all the applications.
You have
So
pre-enrollment.
we're mailing packets out this week, and then we're gonna have, the last week of July, we're gonna have an enrollment day where they bring the packets back. They're working a lot better last year. People can fill it out at home and just bring it in. So
Do we have
then-
any changing with pickups or drop-offs?
Just how it was last year, though.
Kind of the same.
That works good.
It really, once everybody gets in a routine, it
Yeah.
does.
Can we maybe get some new signs out front where it says buses only since 1968?
Old
Those
signs.
ones.
Our signs that say buses only,
Yeah, we can get them. in.
I mean, they've been there and we don't, I mean, it's not, we don't use those rules anymore.
Yeah, we can
Just a
get
thought.
some.
And we start, at the end of the year, we start loading daycare at the back.
On the back.
And that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know anything else before
all the plumbing fixed and ready to roll, we hope.
Hand sink in the kitchen, serving area. Dishes and cleaning. I think there's gonna be a few things teachers tomorrow after the conference. It'll be very exciting to see
We
them.
expected that.
Yeah. They don't like the word change very good, especially when an administrator goes and asks you to try something different. But when they went and heard somebody else say it, then they're all,
They like
On
it.
board.
they're good. It'll be exciting.
Will be.
Good. Thank you.
Superintendent report.
You know, we've got a lot going on, summertime activities, roof, carpet, oh gosh, a little of everything. I do want to remind everybody that we are working on a 50% fire marshal approval of our facility over there. I know I'm still getting a lot of people that don't want to know why it's not open for people to walk or use the facility for Little League, things like that. We don't have 100%, yeah. So, we're doing it on a 90-day section. Every 90 days, I go back to the fire marshal and say, will you allow us to do limited activities for another 90 days? Because we're in the middle of trying to get those 2 buildings bid, which is tomorrow at 2. We'll open bids for that. And then, as soon, if we have a bid we like tomorrow and it all works out, they say within 2 weeks that we'll have construction going on there. And so
Really?
that's really the main reason that we're not open to the public, is we're really just not ready.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic, looks like you should be able to go on there and do whatever, but we're still at 50%.
That's for liability reasons.
Yes, right. So, looking forward to having those buildings up and being able to be complete with the facility, with the complex, so. Other than that, it's, like Bruce said, a month from today, and we'll be ready to go, and if we're not, we're gonna fake it. But, I wanna thank Judy and Amantha for working so hard to get June closed out, because if you'll remember, we were still trying to close June out in February, or
Yeah.
January this year, so I really feel like that within just a few things that we're finished, and we're ready to start up, and it's even gonna make the transition for next year even easier with our federal programs and going on, knowing who's doing what already, and
Mhm.
so, that last year is behind us, and it was crazy busy and crazy, but we've got it going, we've got things going well now, so I'm excited about that. Still trying to find a place to call home for us. Jeremy wants to kick us out of those offices, and so we're gonna use one of these properties that we purchased to either remodel or to bulldoze and put up a building, we don't know, but we're just gonna,
Cross that road when we get
yeah, gotta figure it out. But other than that, it's going well, and very excited about the growth in the test scores. And everybody's out, but as soon as Anita's kind of back in, what I'm going to do is ask her to do a comparison between the year before last and the last year, and so you can see how our scores grew. And I'm just tickled pink, so I'm glad that we've got such good teachers and doing such good things for kids. If they're learning, then we're doing our job. So that's it for me.
All right. Any new business?
Nope, no new business.
Number 17, discussion and vote to adjourn. Do I have a
Motion.
Second. You made the motion?
Or Tony.
Tony made the motion.
Tony
made the
and
motion.
TJ second.